The People's Democratic Party's National Working Committee members and other party leaders arrived in Akure, the Ondo State capital, today to kick off the governorship campaign of its candidate, Agboola Ajayi, marking the beginning of the opposition party's campaign for the November 16th election. Now, the embattled acting national chairman of the party, Ambassador Illiya Damagun, led the PDP NWC members and other chieftains, including governors elected on the platform of the party. Now, we know that the Ondo State Guber post is just around the corner, and to discuss matters arising, I have in the studio Dr. Benson Enikuomehin, is the spokesperson to the PDP governorship candidate. And also joining virtually is Dapo Adepoju, is the essay to the governor, that's Governor Aiyedatiwa of Ondo State, on mobilization. Gentlemen, thank you for your time on the program.
It's a pleasure being here.
All right. Let me start off with you, Dr. Enikuomehin. Now, I know that before the program, we had, a chat. And, of course, we know that the People's Democratic Party started its campaign full-fledged today. But there were strong reservations, or there are strong reservations. I would like you to speak on some of those reservations.
The reservations are too palpable and obvious for anyone to brush them aside. One of them is the umpire that will be conducting this election.
By umpire, do you mean?
I mean the Independent National Electoral Commission, as it is represented by the resident electoral commissioner in Ondo State. We have indisputable facts as to the fact that the head of that body in Ondo State will not be fair to all other parties except the APC. And these are our facts. One, it is the principle of law and everywhere that when a person has an interest in a matter, he shouldn't be the judge in that particular matter. This woman grew up in Ondo State. She's been in Ondo State all her years. Her parents are all there in Ondo State. And now... Are
you talking about the electoral commissioner in the state? Exactly.
Mrs. Fumilayo, what's her name?
I believe maybe you're referring to Oluwatoyin Babalola.
That's correct. That's correct. That's the INEC resident electoral commissioner.
Of the state?
Of the state. So, we do not have the confidence that she will be fair to all.
Why?
Because, one, her romance with the government in power gives us concern. Her romance with the APC-led government in Ondo State is a major source of concern.
In what context exactly?
Just a moment. If meetings are held, which are party meetings, and the resident electoral commissioner has to be party to it. If she has to go and meet the chairman of APC in an hotel that, I'm not talking about illicit behavior, immoral at this time, but for the purpose of this election, the umpire must be seen to be unbiased, to be neutral. What the law requires is this. If you are going to be an umpire, you must not be seen in a manner that will give the other contestants in that contest any reason to worry. We have written, our lawyer has written to INEC to say these are the facts. And this afternoon, the governor of Oyo State, Governor Seyi Makinde, is not a frivolous person. He said loud and clear, and we are repeating this now. We do not have confidence in the fairness of Mrs. Babalola to conduct a free and fair election in Ondo State. Let Professor Mahmood do the needful. Go anywhere. I don't need to mention any state. Go and bring somebody else whom we can trust, because if this woman is not removed, we may not participate in the peace talk that will be held.
So you are saying that if she is not removed, the People's Democratic Party in the state will not...
We will not participate in the peace talk that will be held in the state.
You won't sign the peace accord?
Of course not.
The same thing that happened in Edo State?
We are alleging now, if she's not the only commissioner, let me give you an instance. I have another brother who is a national commissioner in INEC. For the purpose of this, I can mention his name, Mr. Sam Olumeku. Mr. Sam Olumeku is from Ondo State. But while he was resident electoral commissioner, he was in Lagos, I think he was in Edo or one of these states, he was never posted to Ondo State. Because one way or the other, he will have friends either in PDP or APC or Labour Party, for which the possibility of tilting towards them will be high. That's what we are saying. That Mrs. Babalola is rather too close to the government in power, and therefore we are not safe in her conducting the election. Let INEC look for a neutral person. Bring the person from anywhere. Let him come and conduct the election, because the principle is this, INEC's principle. There are staff in the Dr. Enikuomehin, that has already been moved out. We have said this woman is too close. She grew up there, and she is too close to the government in power.
All right, let me leave you for a moment. Let me bring Dapo Adepoju, the essay to the governor of Ondo State on mobilization, to actually respond to this very witty allegation.
The moderator, first of all, I feel the opposition People's Democratic Party is expected to go about their campaign and woo the electorates to come and do the needful. But it is unfortunate that even before we proceed on the election, slated for November 16th, 2024, they have been accusing a lot of people. The opposition party has now adopted this style of blackmailing people. You can see a lot of things going around. You see some videos where the governor of the state is having his campaign, where people came out in their numbers to welcome him to a campaign rally. And he was sharing first caps, throwing it in that video. It was obvious. It is unfortunate that the director of media of the PDP were accusing the governor of sharing money. So now, if you are now talking about INEC, it is the opposition party that are talking about certain set of people, saying they are too close to some set of people.
Let me just ask directly, what is the relationship of Mrs. Oluwatoyin Babalola, that's the electoral commissioner in Ondo State, to the ruling party in the state? What is the context of your of the relationship?
She's doing her duty. There's no relationship between that woman and anybody in government. She is not bearing the same name such as that of the governor. Are you getting it? So they just came on board, making flimsy excuses, accusing people. Immediately you are telling people, the leadership of INEC to replace that woman. When you replace her, if they bring another person on board, they will still cry foul. At the end of the day, they will cry foul that they brought another person. They may even say the governor has made a lot of moves to make sure that she replaced that with another close ally of his. So all these things, it's clear that the PDP are not prepared for that election. The people of the state has rejected them. That is the reason why they want to hold on to some people to blackmail, and they want to turn to the INEC now to blackmail INEC.
I mean,
so all these things are flimsy excuses. This woman has been in service. She's not just appointed maybe a few days ago or a few weeks ago. So what my advice for the opposition is that they should just go about campaigning, talking to the people, which I know that the people of Ondo State has already made up their mind. It is unfortunate that they are not saying it. But even if they are not saying it, the good people of Ondo State has concluded that they are going to vote for Governor Lucky Orimisan Aiyedatiwa. It is clear, it is obvious. So they know. So the only thing their leaders are now doing is they are lamenting before the day of election. So they are lamenting before the day of election. And at the end of the day, they're going to get the result and they're going to fail woefully in that election.
The PDP in Ondo State is saying that if she is not replaced, they will not sign the peace accord.
If they are not going to sign the peace accord, it shows that they are known with violence. It shows that they are not law-abiding. It shows that they don't believe in fairness and rules. The INEC is an independent entity. It is unfortunate that the opposition PDP are coming on board asking the agency to replace someone who is working there legitimately. If she's a Nigerian, that is blackmailing. Let them come out with their proofs. What did they get? What proof did they have showing that this woman is working, or she's related to the governor, or she has been meeting with the governor or the APC in Ondo State? They don't have it. They don't have all this information. So I'm sure that even if the national chairman of INEC come to Ondo State today, they may be saying that he has a part with the governor. So it shows that they knew that they are going to lose that election, and they are just trying to blackmail people, and it's obvious. It's obvious they are going to lose that election.
Mr. Adepoju, let me leave you for a moment. Let me come back to the studio now. I mean, you had what the SA to the governor said. He said,
I am sure it's not the spokesperson for INEC. We are not talking about APC. We are talking about INEC. We don't have issue with APC. They can buy votes. It's usual.
Buy votes?
Of course, yes. In Edo, they do. Hold on. The principle of vote and cook soup emanated from APC. During the period of the late governor, it was the slogan. You take 5,000, take this, buy, cook soup. We know it. That's the language in Ondo State.
By the former governor, are you talking about
I said APC in Ondo State. That is the slogan. Diboko Sebe. That's the word. He can't deny it. In any event, Mr. Dapo can't deny the fact that today's rally in Akure, we have never had such since they began to campaign. We applied for Democracy Park. Democracy Park was built by Governor Mimiko during his tenure to say, okay, let's not be using just any place. Let's use a place where we can call the place where politicians or parties can come and participate or air their views. To the credit of Governor Akure, he allowed PDP. I spoke on behalf of Mr. Illiya Damagun SA, and I was his spokesperson. We were allowed the use of Democracy Park. We applied for that Democracy Park this time around. We were asked to pay 10 million. We said, we are ready. Only on Saturday, they deny us the use of that place.
Did they give you a reason why?
Oh, they said there may be some other organization has applied. And today, you could check and see, was that place, democracy, was it used for that purpose? That's the pertinence of the party. We are not talking about them. We know how to handle them. We go to the grassroots. We are not saying Diboko Sebe. It's not our slogan. Ours is that APC has foisted on us not a fait accompli, but a fait in which if we continue, we'll get ruined. During PDP's era, when President Goodluck was president, the price of fuel was increased to 141 naira. Nigerians, including our present president, came to the atmosphere and we protested. No, it was too high. No, it was too high. Who are you doing this for? that gentleman reversed that money, that price, and brought it to 86 naira. That was what President Buhari made.
All right.
APC came on board. People protested. Before the man even started the job, he said, subsidy gone.
Well, we'll pick up
with
from
that
there.
announcement.
We need to go on a break.
We are in that crisis now.
We need to go on a break, sir.
And that's the party.
We need to go on a break. When we return, we would, of course, take APC's response. I'm talking about Dapo Adepoju, the essay to the governor's response on the fact that they said the APC in Ondo State is notorious for vote buying. That's according to the PDP anyway. We'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us. We, of course, are still on Politics HQ on News Central Television, and we are discussing the forthcoming Ondo Governorship poll in the state. I still have my guest with me, and I understand that right now we're still trying to connect with the APC. That's the essay to the governor of Ondo State on mobilization. We sort of lost connection with him. Would have loved to get his response to that witty allegation before we went to that break, that the APC in Ondo is notorious for vote buying. But let me come back to you, Dr. Benson. Now, the governor today had spoke at the state security stakeholders meeting. Maybe, I mean, what part of what he's, talked about in that meeting is he emphasized on the need for peace and that all stakeholders, ahead of this poll should, be peaceful, should ensure that the entire process is smooth and is calm. Maybe we should just take a bit of what the governor said, at that meeting, and then come back for your response on it.
I want to encourage all candidates of all the political parties to maintain peace, to be transparent. Let their voice be heard. Let them speak to the people. They will listen. We will encourage issue-based campaign, devoid of hate speech. We will not divide our people through propaganda. And all of these, those of you that are here, a few days ago.
I mean, one thing the governor said is that we will not divide our people through propaganda, and that instead it should be issue-based.
Of course, we will be issue-based, but you see, we cannot be here and four of us are standing together and somebody is wearing a high-heel shoe with pointed nose or the heel, and then he matches you on the ground, but on the face it's not shown. He's doing it with his leg. You are squeezing your face. Say, no, let us all be happy. We are all together. We wanted to use Democracy Park, which is our joint common heritage. He denied that. We were to pay money. The APC government made Ondo State to lose 10 million, which we would have paid
to use the park.
To use the park, which is our common heritage. Is that a level playing field? Now let's go to the issues. APC administration, the current one, headed by Mr. Lucky Aiyedatiwa, the governor of Ondo State, he's been in the saddle for the past 10 months. I recall he was sworn in on the 27th of December, 2023. 10 months is sufficient enough to give birth to a child, because ordinarily within 9 months, that child should come forth. Let APC tell us what single item or program or project that has been commissioned. Save the bus stops that Governor Mimiko built during his time. Now, Governor Aiyedatiwa has gone to repaint the bus stops and then put his picture. Hold on, okay. These are facts. If there's anything to commission, it is the repainting of bus stops. More than 100 billion naira. And I speak with facts.
You said the governor repainted buses in the states with bus stops in the states with over how much?
And put his pictures.
And put his pictures.
That's all. That's what we have seen.
Okay.
No road construction. No water projects. All we'll be hearing is, when I will do. The 100 billion that has come to you, what have you used those money, that amount of money for?
I mean,
Therefore, our people can't trust them.
All right, we really need to go, but in 30 seconds, for the People's Democratic Party, we just saw the Edo State election happen, which, of course, the PDP lost. Are there takeaways for you ahead of Ondo polls?
The shenanigans that APC did in Ondo State,
Edo State must not be repeated. And that's why we are crying loud now. Mr. Dapo shouldn't be the spokesperson to INEC. We have said we do not have confidence in this woman. Go to Gombe, go to Katsina, go to Kwara, go to Lagos, go to Rivers, go to any of these states. Bring the resident electoral commissioner. We said this one is tainted already because of the national meetings being held with officers of APC and the government. Our statements are obvious. But as for the people, they know. Jesus Christ said, he said, I know my sheep, and my sheep, they know me. They know, the people know, when we were in Sadu, we were not giving them 5,000 to cook food, to cook soup for 4 years. Roads were built, things were constructed. The stadium that Dr. Olusegun Agagu put in place is the one they have not been able to do now. We need to
Therefore, the people know who their master is, and they know who to work. The PDP is the in thing. And you will see on the 16th of November, the people will speak. Let them not deny the will of the people.
All right.
That's our talk.
All right. Thank you so much for your time on the program.
The pleasure is mine.
Dr. Benson Enikuomehin is the spokesperson for the Ondo PDP governorship candidate. His Excellency Agboola Ajayi.